friends, welcome back to the channel. So today we are over here at the Dahlia Bed. Now, we probably did not do the wisest thing in the world, which was we did allow the frost to get to these guys before cutting them back. So the main reason that you do not want to do that, if you are new to growing dahlias or are a seasoned grower, of course you will know this as well, the frost can actually get down into the very, very base and go and affect the tuber just below the surface. Now, typically you worry about that in really icy, cold climates. It's not something that you worry about so much here, but we had like 3 killing frosts back to back, and there was a lot of moisture involved. So our concern is that maybe that frost really did settle down in there a little bit too much on the tuber, but we won't know until next year. Now, the second thing is that we are leaving the tubers, and that's not necessarily indicated for our zone, but we have 50-50 information. We've got people that say that they pull the tubers, and then we have people that say that they leave their tubers. So we are experimenting this year with leaving the tubers. So one of two things could happen. They could end up not coming up because of the frost, or they could not end up coming up because they went through the winter in the raised bed. We're not sure which. Or they could come up just perfectly fine and dandy next year and fill out the bed and be a lovely, beautiful addition once again. So we're really not going to 100% know until growing season next year. So this is an experiment that we are taking you along for on this journey. So don't forget to follow us to see what happens with the dahlias if you are interested in becoming a dahlia person in a zone 7 in the south, because we're figuring this out as we go along as well. All right, so I'm going to put you on hyperlapse because we are going to clean up all this dead stuff, and then we have gotten, it's a, what is this? Is this a straw? Straw
mulch.
Okay. It's a straw mulch. It's organic from Botanical Interest. So if you are interested in knowing where we got it from Botanical Interest. You guys obviously know Epic Gardener. He's been around for quite a while. Does a whole lot on the tube, and then of course on Instagram. So go on ahead and check them out as well. Let's get you on hyperlapse so we can get these dahlias taken care of for the year. So now that we've gotten all of the dead plants out of here, what we are going to do is we are going to basically cover the tubers, leave them in the soil, and then cover over with a nice thick layer of mulch. The theory behind this is that it's going to help insulate the tuber. Okay, so what we are doing here is this straw, what it's going to do is it's going to add a buffer over the top. It will help to keep the tubers from getting drowned. So when we have a lot of moisture, either rain, sleet, snow, ice, whatever it is, it's going to percolate down instead of theoretically flooding the tuber out and causing it to rot in the ground.
And keep it warm.
And then it will also help to keep it warm, because tubers, while they need a period of dormancy, they don't like to be too cold. So how thick of a layer are we doing?
At least 2 inches.
2 inches. Okay, so
Maybe 3.
I'm going to put you on hyperlapse, and probably 3 inches. I'm going to vote for 3 inches just to be safe. So probably up to the very top level of the bed. Let me put you on hyperlapse and show you what that looks like. Okay, so what I also ended up doing is I ended up watering down the straw mulch, just because we do have some wind. It's fall, so we tend to be a little bit breezy or blustery, as Pooh Bear would say, this time of the year. And that's just to weigh the straw down. That was not to water the tubers in any way, just to help get the straw to stick for now. It will, as time goes on, settle in just fine, especially with the dews in the morning. But since this is afternoon and evening is coming and we are slated to have some weather moving in, just wanted to give it a little bit more weight. But let me go on ahead and turn you around. Okay, so as you can see here, we didn't worry too much about getting it up next to the edge. We basically aimed it where we knew we had the majority of the tubers located. So this should theoretically work. But of course, as I said, we won't know and be able to confirm anything until late spring next year. And hopefully you guys will be here for that adventure as well, because we're going to be expanding the flower garden even more next year. So that's all I've got for you today. If by chance you are interested in learning to garden in a small space, or if you're just a beginner gardener in general and are wanting some good solid information on how to get started gardening, I have a guide available for you. It's literally called 3 Days to Your Dream Garden. So it doesn't matter what kind of a space you have. It doesn't matter if it's anything from an apartment balcony to what you see here to acres and acres. You can take that guide and go through all the information and all of the steps and come away with a beautiful garden space in just 3 days. So I will drop a link to that guide down below. And as always, guys, keep it simple, natural, and essential. I will see you on the next video. And don't forget to watch this video over here of where we started with the dahlia tubers this spring, if you haven't caught any of our content on our dahlia growth. I'll make sure and have that at the end. So we'll see you on the next one.